former Vice President Mike Pence. Y'all know him. He's the one who 4 years ago looked at y'all, America, with a straight face and told you that Donald J. Trump, was the best person to lead this country. And now, 4 years later, the former governor, the former vice president, Trump running mate, is saying he can't even endorse Donald Trump for president. I want y'all to watch for yourself so you don't think I'm being dramatic or hyperbolic. Listen to what this man said.
Come as no surprise that I will not be endorsing Donald Trump this year. Look, I'm incredibly proud of the record of our administration. It was a conservative record that made America more prosperous, more secure, and saw conservatives appointed to our course in a more peaceful world. But that being said, during my presidential campaign, I made it clear that there were profound differences between me and President Trump on a range of issues, and not just our difference on my constitutional duties that I exercised on January the 6th. I mean, as I have watched his candidacy unfold, I've seen him walking away from our commitment to confronting the national debt. I've seen him starting to shy away from a commitment to the sanctity of human life. And this last week is his reversal on getting tough on China and supporting our administration's effort to force a sale of ByteDance TikTok.
Why do you think he did that? Why do you think he had that reversal on that before we go, sir?
Well, I can't speculate on it, but what I can tell you is that in each of these cases, Donald Trump is pursuing and articulating an agenda that is at odds with the conservative agenda that we governed on during our 4 years. And that's why I cannot, in good conscience, endorse Donald Trump in this campaign. But let me say one last thing. That being said, look, Republican primary voters have made it clear, Martha, who they're for in this election. What I'm going to spend the rest of this year on is talking about what we should be.
Ooh, what a fascinating turn of events. All right, where do I start? Let's start with what Mike Pence actually said. He said, I cannot endorse Donald Trump. He didn't say he wasn't voting for him. He said, I can't endorse him. Endorsing somebody and voting for them are two different things. Like, I will not endorse Kamala Harris, right? I'm not endorsing her. I'm not telling y'all should vote for her. Doesn't mean that I might make a choice to vote for her in the election, right? I likely will vote for Kamala Harris. I plan to vote for Kamala Harris based on the political logics that we've talked about a million times in here. You can agree, you can disagree, but I can't endorse, right? But then I'm not voting. So let's be clear. Donald Trump may not get Mike Pence's endorsement, but he'll probably get his vote. Now you may say that's a distinction without a difference, or that's confusing to the public. Could be. But I think it's clear based on the fact that he's saying we need to hold to conservative principles. We need to be tougher. We need to shut down women's reproductive rights even more. We need to have unequal trade relations more. We need to give more tax breaks to the wealthy. We need to do all this stuff to just keep moving further and further to the right. Trump ain't it. Okay, Mike Pence, I say to you, if choosing the best candidate is your priority, and the best is the person furthest to the right, Donald Trump is certainly to the right of Kamala Harris. Y'all keep painting her as a communist radical. Y'all think you're electing Che Guevara. If that's the case, then why wouldn't you be voting for Donald Trump, even despite the fact that you don't agree with some of his leftward moves, ostensibly? Well, that gets us to the next point, right? He's mad. He's mad. Look, I ain't mad at you for being mad, Mike Pence. Donald Trump tried to kill you. Look, if motherfucker tried to kill me, I wouldn't endorse him for president either. So I'm not mad at you, Mike Pence, but let's be honest. Donald Trump is no more to the left. He's no further away from conservative values than he was 4 years ago. You just don't like him anymore. You notice Martha McCallum, who's the host on Fox News, she wouldn't let Mike really break down all those points. She was like, before we go, sir, as a host, when you tell somebody before we go, that means wrap it up, B. We're done. And she was, who makes the vice president wrap it up, B? Nobody. But he was going against the party line, which is Trump no matter what. But Mike Pence doesn't feel that way anymore. Why doesn't he feel that way anymore? Well, because of what happened on January 6th. Again, you send a gang crazy white people to kill me, I'm not endorsing you either. You stop me from being vice president, you basically fire me, I'm not endorsing you either. So in both cases, I get it. The other piece of this is, Mike Pence is saying the quiet part out loud for conservatives, and that is Donald Trump ain't never been conservative. Donald Trump, not for one day has Donald Trump been a true conservative in terms of his values, in terms of his political positions, or in terms of his own personal actions. Donald Trump does not embody these principles. Whether it's his married life, whether it's his personal life, whether it's the laws he's broken, or whether it's even his ideological positions. Even Mike Pence is saying right now he's moving further away from respecting the sanctity of life. Donald Trump, anyway, let me not get, I'm about to go too far. I wasn't about to say nothing untrue, but I don't want to get these jokes going. Here's the point. Mike Pence reflects in many ways the conservative power structure. They vote for and they support whoever and whatever makes their lives better. It's not about principle. It's not about values. It's not about consistency. It's not about character. Mike Pence was for Donald Trump before he was against Donald Trump, but he can't go out there and say, well, I'm boxed out, so I can't support this anymore, or he tried to murder me, so I can't do this anymore. So he picks particular policy issues, whether it's China or this vague and abstract and nebulous drifting that Trump has apparently done on the sanctity of life, and uses that as a pretext for doing what he wants to do, which is to walk away from Trump because it's bad for business. Next thing you're going to see, if Trump loses to Kamala Harris, there's a chance Trump will lose to Kamala Harris. A good chance Trump will lose to Kamala Harris. If you were to ask me right now, gun to my head, who's going to win, I'd say Kamala Harris. There's a very good chance, given that the entire Republican Party is going to walk away from Donald Trump under the premise that he's moved to the left. But please understand, finally, that Donald Trump is going to move to the left or the center or the right or whatever position he has to survive. Donald Trump is a rat. And rats do whatever they have to do to survive. He, I promise you, will do and say whatever is necessary to keep another political life going. Except he's running out of time. Win, lose, or draw, he's running out of time. But I think Trump loses as of now. It's a long 64 days. I think he loses. Then I think his political career is over. Now, Mike Pence, I don't want you to get no ideas, Mike. Nobody wants you to be president next. You are not on deck. You do not got next. It's over for you too, sir.